Hey, everybody! This is Edward More Geek Than Gay, and this is our pre-Halloween episode. So I guess it's like Halloween episode. So lots of stuff going on. So let's get right to it.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Wiggly woggly, tiny whiny stuff.
Welcome to More Geek Than Gay. I am Joseph.
Hello, this is Edward, and there's a lump here that may or may not be a cat.
It is a cat. He's under our blanket, and he's having a good time under our blanket. He doesn't want to come out.
It could be a lump monster. You never know.
Possibly.
So,
And he's gone.
Lump monster has escaped.
He found a way out.
So, how has your week been?
And there's Lucky Boy. My week was good. My week is stressful.
Well, I can understand. Yeah.
You know, Joshua Tree has our gala in 5 days, and just starting to freak out and stress out about it.
Yeah. Any sort of plans for the gala that you'd like to share?
Oh, Lucky Boy. He just plopped right there.
He did.
He's being all cute.
He is. He can't help it. It's what he does.
He's a little slow.
He's a little slow. He's even by cat standards.
Yeah. But he's a good boy.
He's special. Okay, so, but people did not tune in to listen to us, like,
Play with
mess
Lucky
a cat.
Boy.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Well, somebody did get very upset about that.
Yes. We had comments.
We had a comment in Spanish.
We did. I was
last
checking
week's
comments,
episode.
everything, and I wish I brought the comments with me and everything,
But of course he didn't.
But well, this was the main one on the episode. Last week's episode, when we our top 5 witches episode, and someone left a comment, and I was reading it, and I'm like thinking, well, my Spanish must be rusty. They couldn't have actually said what I think they did. So I ran it through a translator program, and it came up with the same thing. And I ran through another translator program because, you know, translator programs, they could be wrong. And it came with the same thing. And it just kept on coming back with the same thing that I thought it said. And I'm like going, oh my. And that is, we had a comment from someone who stated that they were here for the gay sex, not for the cats, and that animals are more serious. And I don't even know what to make out of the second half of that, actually, that animals are more serious.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
I just get a kick out of the fact that he expected gay sex.
And apparently stuck around long enough to see that there was no gay sex, there was just cats.
And he was very
us.
disappointed.
Yeah, and to which I, sir, if you're back this week, I apologize. We are not so much the gay sex podcast. Yeah,
we don't do that.
Yeah. So, I wish you good luck on your future endeavors in finding the gay sex podcasts. I'm sure they're out there. We're not it.
Nope.
Sorry. So, yeah, that was our weird that was our main comment of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone complaining that they were looking for the gay sex and there was not the gay sex.
And they only saw animals.
They only saw animals, cats to be specific. Mr. Biggie.
Who is
Moisha.
not here because I gave him some water, so he's all about the water right now. We got Lurky Boy.
Yes. Who is all about playing with his tail. Ah, okay. So, you guys have been planning the gala?
We've been planning, yes. Not playing the gala.
I said planning.
No, you said playing.
Okay.
Yes, gala. This upcoming Wednesday.
Okay, and now there's going to be, like, clothes or something, right?
Yeah, we're having a fashion show of Miss Ebony's gowns and leather. Because Miss Ebony was also into the leather community.
And Miss Eb was one of the preeminent queens of our city.
Not only here, but also Chicago.
Yeah.
She passed away on December 31st, and it was really rough on a bunch of people that she passed away, even though she was in her late 70s.
Yeah.
Still, it was really hard for the community. She is a true gay icon, and we did talk about her.
We did, but I thought I'd
a couple times. Yeah,
I thought I'd give a little refresher. So, you got her sister helping you guys out.
Yes, Miss Millie is helping us out. Miss Millie, apparently Miss Ebony had put in her will that her stuff was going to go to Joshua Tree to raise money. So this is the last of the stuff. We kept the high-end gowns and leather, and we will be doing a fashion show this upcoming Wednesday night at the gala to raise money. So.
Okay, and how are darts going?
Dart season is done. Yay! 16 weeks, we're done. We won this past Tuesday. I'm not happy about that, but
you'd think that would be a good thing.
No. Well,
you'd think.
You would think, but I don't know the final totals yet. But if we would have lost, we would have been first place in C, and we would have got a trophy. If we won, we go in the middle of B, and we ain't get anything. So, we won.
They won.
We won.
They only lost 3 out of 15.
Yes. Yeah, we won 12-3. Considering the last time we played this team, we beat them 15-0. So, I was happy that they got points, and I actually got excited when they won the first three games. So I was like, "Yay! We're gonna lose."
They won the first 3 games.
Yes.
So you guys couldn't just stop throwing for like your last game, which would have been another 3 points.
I did not tell the team we wanted to lose. I wanted them to lose.
Oh, you might have shared that with them.
Why?
I don't know, so that they would know, hey, look, we just need to lose this one game. And
no, I don't do that.
Okay.
I do the math in my own head.
Okay.
Well, Paul in my head.
Yeah.
Paul was telling me about it because I wasn't there.
But, because, your team can lose. They know how to do that.
Yeah, we do it often.
So.
Except for not this season, not the second half of this season.
No, you guys suddenly figured out what you were doing the second half.
Problem is we're going to forget because the next season doesn't start until January.
Well, there you go.
And we don't practice.
And so what else has been going on with you?
Busy weekend. Exhausted.
Oh, yeah, you had the AIDS walk.
Yeah, did AIDS walk. Actually, no, let's see.
Well, no, you did do the AIDS walk.
Saturday, my dad and my aunt were in town, so I hung up with them during the day. Saturday night, I went to see my brother's play, David Mamet's Speed the Plow, which it's a good play. My brother was good. Actually, my brother was the best thing in there. It's a 3-person show, 3-person play.
Okay.
It was weird seeing my brother in a dramatic role because my brother's usually the comic relief. Even when he did Shakespeare, he was the comic relief.
No, that's not because he's, like, in comic roles. It's just because he's funny to look at. But...
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't know.
Then why you say it?
Well, he is kind of funny to look at.
He looks like me.
No, he's
We
your
get
younger.
mistaken
He's
a
your
lot.
younger brother who looks like you if you subtracted 4 inches, most of the hair, and added like a decade's worth of wrinkles, which is really weird. He looks like a short accountant version of you. Older accountant version of you. Sorry, Frankie. Just calling it like it is.
It's okay. He already doesn't like you.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm just the boyfriend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who has no
So-
taste?
Well, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
He says I have no taste.
Well, remember about dance? So you think you could dance?
Well,
You have no taste.
it's just one show.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, anything else?
And then on Sunday we did the AIDS walk, and I still got bitten 3 times by 3 different mosquitoes on my legs. Damn it!
No, well, hey. Did you spray yourself?
No, because I didn't think mosquitoes would be out.
You didn't think that mosquitoes would walk for would go for this?
No.
There's gay mosquitoes out there. They deal with blood all the time. It's a very important issue for them. I'm surprised there was only 3 of them.
Oh, and I found out my blood type. I asked my mom.
Oh, what's your blood type?
O positive.
Ah, see, there you go. I figured, like I said, you got a good bet if you're gonna say, well, I'm probably O. Just be, I wouldn't bet your life on it, but at the same time, if you're just like betting like some money on it, like $5 on it, I'd go, just say you're O. It's the positive or negative part is the one that's.
What I have to figure out is like, does mosquitoes like O positive?
Okay.
Because that's my theory. Because they seem to love my blood.
Yeah, I think if I recall correctly, I'm O negative. I'm almost positive I'm negative. Ha! Positive, negative. Okay. But I'm bummed. Okay, so what else happened?
That's it.
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 Okay, so you have a stack of stuff in front of you.
Oh, I did. Then Sunday evening, I went to Gini's.
Oh yeah, we went to Gini's.
Went to Gini's and Steve's.
I was doing homework, so he was at Gini's before I was.
Well, because I cooked pork ribs. I was cooking pork ribs for 4 hours. 4 hours.
And I was doing homework for 4 hours.
And we were watching football.
Oh, you guys were watching football?
Yes.
Oh, so I didn't really miss anything.
Steve and I watched football.
I didn't. I wasn't really missing too hell of a much there.
So the ribs came out good.
The ribs came out very nice. They were very good ribs.
Yeah.
It's a shame we don't have ribs more often.
You don't like ribs.
They get under my fingernails. I love ribs.
Maybe if you
but
didn't
they
have
just
girly
get...
fingernails, you wouldn't
No,
have.
see, look, they're trimmed, and they still get underneath the fingernails.
They don't get under my fingernails. Look, that's trimmed.
They're trimmed.
This is trimmed.
They still get in the little corners of your fingers and everything, and it's just.
That's why we don't. Yeah, I've got pork chops that I need to cook.
Well, those knife and stuff, I can do that. And
Yeah.
You hold it by the bone.
He doesn't like to eat with his hands.
It gets on your fingers
He
and
doesn't.
stuff, and it gets in the...
Edward is too big of a queen. He can't eat with his hands. You'd be like that Skeksis that it has the little things at the end of their the fingers. Remember, so it could just eat nice and dainty. And remember that one Skeksis?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking flea stack.
No.
But the Skeksis, yeah.
There was that one Skeksy who was just so big of a queen. It had its own little,
it's just
utensils
it gets
to
in your
eat.
fingers and stuff.
And
it's
so
a
that way
mess.
you just go.
That's how come I use chopsticks to eat my Cheetos at work.
Exactly.
So I don't get stuff all over my fingers and all over my keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Take that as a piece of advice. You can eat Cheetos at work, or while you're gaming, just use chopsticks. And then you don't get that dust all over everything.
Assuming that you know how to use chopsticks.
Yeah. So, okay. But that was a very nice evening.
Yeah. Oh, and then we were while at Gini's, her and I were working on our Las Vegas trip.
Itinerary.
Our itinerary. What shows we're going to go see?
Yes.
It's going to be Gini and I and
Terry
L. Smith.
And you and Gini and Terry are all figuring out what shows you're going to see and what shows you're going to split apart from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing that we've agreed on is that we're going to do the Gospel Sunday brunch over at the House of Blues. That's the only thing that we agreed on. Oh, and we're staying at the Luxor.
Okay.
Everything else is out the door.
Okay.
Because, you know, what Gini wants to see, Terry's not excited about.
Or finds too blue.
Or finds too blue.
Too blue.
Too blue. And what Terry wants to see, Gini doesn't want to find out, and I'm just...
Or finds it too cirky.
Yeah, finds it too circ. And what I want to see is not there. I would, yeah.
Go to the Phantom?
Oh, yeah, Phantom. Oh, poor Phantom.
Is that what's not there that you want to see?
No, I thought Mamma Mia was back. But I
thought
didn't see
Phantom
anything.
was back, too.
No, Phantom's not back.
Oh, okay.
I thought Mamma Mia was back at the Tropicana, but, you know, the website didn't say it was.
Oh.
For some reason, I thought I read that Mamma Mia was back. So
You should all see Tom Jones.
No, I want to see Olivia Newton-John.
Is she performing with Tom Jones?
No, I have no
oh
desire
my god,
to see
that would be great to
I have no desire to see Tom
and
Jones.
Tom Jones together.
I would like to see Olivia Newton-John, but
I want to hear Tom
but
Jones.
Jeannie's
now
okay
sing
with it,
Physical
and
now.
Terry's no. But there's another show called Abstinence, and it's kind of like a raunchy version of Cirque, a burlesque version of Cirque.
Okay.
Which, hello, that's called Zumanity, but that's another story. Jeannie's interested in that, but Terry, that's too blue for Terry. It might end up being that we all go into or see separate shows. And I'm willing to do that. I just have to buy my own ticket.
Well,
So, buy more Party Light stuff so I could buy a ticket to see my own show in Las Vegas.
there's a link at the bottom of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
buy Party Light.
yes. Look for Flamer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the name of my website.
That's
Flamer.
right. So, what are we
And
talking
then
about? Oh,
Yesterday, you started talking about.
I did.
We
and
got.
then you
I got my books.
You got.
I got books.
I
got
four
four
of
of my
your
five books.
books.
From the Penguin Random House party that was done at San Diego Comic Con.
Wow, that's almost exactly what it says on that card.
I know, it's kind of scary, huh?
It's amazing.
This card says, "Thank you for attending our 2014 Penguin Random House party at San Diego Comic Con. Enjoy these free books that you selected at the party. Hope to see you at Comic Con 2015. Now, I think we discussed this. I'm pretty sure we discussed this over at the party, that we had a good time. I had a great time at the party. At the end of the party, they gave you a list of 25 books, and you got to pick 5 books for free. And I'm pretty sure we did talk about this, because the first 3 books are going 1, 2, 3. Then the last 2, I'm like, oh shoot, what the heck do I get? Because it's really hard to pick, books when you've got a list of books and you can only pick a certain amount.
What was your
I
because I
can't
know
remember.
the
That
one
was
that
back
you
in
haven't
July.
gotten yet
Is
one of the ones
the-
that's one of the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly. So what I ended up getting,
I would assume that that's actually one of the ones that would be one of the, I don't know. Not this one.
no, not this one. This one
I don't know
is
anything about this one.
Hounded by Kevin Hearn.
Sure.
This is the Iron Druid from the Iron Druid Chronicles.
I thought you were getting another book from the one dude that you got 2 books of.
Oh,
He
no, he
signed
wasn't
one?
listed. No, he
Oh,
wasn't
see, I thought,
listed. Yeah.
okay.
And then I have
Todd.
Dragonheart from Todd
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Yep, continuing the
Could-
Dragon Riders of Pern from Anne McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And we got all the rest of the Anne McCaffrey Dragon Riders of Pern books if you want over there.
Yeah.
Anything.
And then I got the Folklore of Discworld by Terry Pratchett.
And Jacqueline Simpson.
Yes, I saw
Yeah.
that.
And
then I got the Outlander novel by Diana Gabaldon.
Gabaldon.
Which is now a Starz original series.
Yes! Another reason why I don't care if I have stars.
So, looking forward to that. And then, the
I'm
fifth
sure
book...
there's so many people who love that Outlander thing, and every time they describe it to me, it just sounds like dreadful on dreadful.
Yeah. And the other book that did not come in is that there's a note here saying, your copy of Anne Rice's Prince Lestat will ship upon the book's publication. Which means that it's going to be coming to us any day now because the book just came out this past Tuesday.
Ta-da!
Exactly.
So, woohoo!
So,
and that's definitely a sure thing because you like Anne Rice.
Oh gosh, yes. I think I got Anne Rice, Diane, the Outlander, the Diana Gabaldon, and probably Terry Pratchett was the first three that went boom, boom, boom.
I could see that. Jeannie would probably definitely recommend because I think she's a huge fan.
Well, I like Terry Pratchett. I've read Terry Pratchett before.
And then
the Dragonheart and Hounded. I think I had to but it wasn't one of those I'm not interested in. Don't get me wrong. It was one of those oh shoot, I've got 2 spots left and I want 4 other books. And it's probably one of those eeny meeny miny mo ones.
Okay, yeah, and I'll be honest. I am not familiar with Todd McCaffrey's writing style. I enjoy Anne McCaffrey's work. That's how come we have all the Dragonlance all the Pern novels that are written by her, as well as a couple of her other series, because I like those. But I don't really know much about his writing style. I know that she started working with him before she died, so these can be... Those who don't like it when others take over series and everything, even if it's a relative and everything, well, he kind of was working with her beforehand, so he was working on the series officially through her.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I just haven't read those, so I don't know much about his stuff.
So, one of the perks of being a Gini Koch's PA, I got free books.
Oh, and supposedly they're working on a Dragon Riders of Pern movie, finally.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Actually, from what I can understand and gather, it's better that they just buy the rights instead of making the movie.
Sometimes...
Because the way, sometimes as we all know, sometimes the movie isn't as good as the book. Yeah. More than likely, or they completely change everything from the book.
A lot of times, from what I gather, especially by an author's standpoint, it can be better when the rights are sold, but nothing happens of it. Because while sometimes a movie won't affect the book at all, there are many times when movie doesn't affect the book really at all. There have been times when, just a bad movie comes out and it keeps people from wanting to read the book.
Also, it's when you read or hear that, such and such book was bought to be made a movie, people are more likely to buy that book so they could read the book before the movie comes out.
Right.
So extra sales.
Yeah. I mean, she's dead now, but, Todd needs some money.
But still, at the same time, there is the estate, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that's it. So what else you got?
Well...
Because we're at 20 minutes.
Yep, well, we got American Horror Story.
We're not caught up.
No, that's true. We just had another episode pop up. So
we're not caught up. Can't talk about it.
Yeah. And we got Doctor Who. We're caught up on that.
We got caught up on Doctor Who.
Got caught up on Doctor Who.
I didn't like this episode. I thought it was kind of boring.
I thought it was so dreadfully boring and trite and juvenile, actually. And I don't mean juvenile as in,
kids show.
Yeah, it felt like a kid's show. It felt like, we have a script left over from the Sarah Jane Chronicles, and let's just put it over in Doctor Who and adapt it over.
Yeah.
There really was nothing to the story. The story didn't make sense. The kids were delightfully precocious, as kids are in children's shows. It didn't really develop anything. It was
boring.
Yeah.
It was one of those okay, I'm done.
I mean, the basic premise was the Doctor lands in London and the entire world has been overrun with trees and plants overnight. And everyone's now concerned that that's going to be the new extinction crisis. Meanwhile, they're just marching children through the woods, Clara and Mr. Pink. They're just marching children through the woods.
Because they wanted to go home.
Because they wanted to go home, which that is actually one part I actually really disliked about it, was when she made the argument right before commercial break that, you know, the TARDIS could be a lifeboat if this was going to be an extinction event, that the TARDIS could be a lifeboat, not everyone has to die, and so they all march back to the TARDIS, and then, after the commercial break, she decides, oh no, the kids, they're not going to go with you. They just want to go home to their parents. And Mr. Pink, he'll never leave those kids. And I'm not going to be the last of my kind. And what kind of fudged up thinking is that? Okay, if you're actually looking out for the kids, yes, they may want to be with their parents, and yes, they may always have wanted to be with their parents, but you know what? Orphans happen, and orphans still go on to lead full, happy lives. Okay, the idea was to avoid an extinction event, and he's got a TARDIS. They could just go see their parents. The line of thinking that Clara used there was so against her whole thing of, I look out for children. It was the exact opposite of the one character trait she has. That it really, really bugged me. It was such weird writing at that moment. But I don't know if it hit you that way, but...
No, because by that time I didn't care anymore.
Okay.
I had given up.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, it was
I was done. I didn't care.
Even the appearance of Missy...
By the time Missy came about, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to care about her, but I don't.
Yeah, that was it exactly. I didn't care what she was doing either. The only thing that's interesting is the promos for the next episode. Which looked really interesting.
Which is like the part one of the finale.
Okay. Well, the finale or just leading up to the winter break?
Finale.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a two-part series finale. It's a two-part season finale on November 1st and then November 8th.
Okay.
And then Doctor Who is done until spring.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a Christmas episode because it's Doctor Who.
Yeah. They do the Christmas episodes.
But and that's it. That's it for the season.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, okay, kind of boring season.
Very, and especially with how dynamic the Doctor is, it's a very boring season. Yeah.
And it looks like the Cybermen are coming back.
Yeah. Which, whoa, Cyberman.
Yeah, Cyberman.
I mean,
might as well put out the Daleks.
Woo. See, the trick is, I think you got more stories you can tell with the Daleks. I don't think there's any stories left to tell with the Cybermen. There's nothing left to tell with the Cybermen. They don't have a deep history. They don't have a deep relationship to the Doctor.
There's so many other things that... why does it always have to fall on those three? Cybermen, Daleks, and Angels. It always seems to fall under those three.
No, actually, in the Master.
In the Master, yes. 4.
Yeah. Because Cybermen, Daleks, and the Master are the traditional trifecta of Doctor Who.
And now it's Weeping Angels too, because they're the only other ones. Oh, and then the lizard people are now coming about too.
Silurians?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Centaurians, we've seen them a little bit. And I honestly think the Angels are mostly done. Now the River's done, I think that the Angels are done. We haven't even heard mention of the Angels since the conclusion of, like, the whole River story. So...
Actually, since the whole Amy and Rory, they haven't shown up since they left.
Yeah.
Because River was still around after.
Well, yeah, she did pop up with Clara. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I think maybe an angel popped up in the background of that story, but that's it.
But if Doctor Who does what they usually do, they throw everybody in at a series finale. So it's like, oh great, here they come out of the woodwork. Next thing, too bad we don't. Well, I shouldn't say too bad. It's a good thing that we don't see that one horrible, ugly thing. That's like half. it's a person and it's sitting in a box. And all you see is his head and like a worm body.
Oh, him. Oh, man. I had his name and I can't remember his name.
It was dumb.
He was like old school. That was actually a real person too.
Exactly, it was a person's head in a box.
No, that was his body. I mean, they make-upped him up and everything, but he's a very little person. He's an incredibly little person. And yeah, I cannot remember his name, but he mainly showed up with the Sixth Doctor. So I don't think I know we haven't seen him at all with the New Adventures yet.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
because they got smart.
I don't think we'll see him either. And the trick is, he is actually somewhat interesting. Kind of just a kind of a businessman type character. So.
Oh, real quick.
And
I know this is very hard for Edward to do something real quick. Project Runway, we saw the finale.
We did see the finale of Project Runway.
Yes. The reunion shows tonight.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Oh my god.
But Project Runway finale. Sean won. Can't say that as a spoiler alert because, hey, it's been a week.
And all of us knew before we saw it.
Yeah, thanks to Tim Gunn. And social media.
Yeah. So, I liked their designs. I think they all actually did a really nice job.
Yeah.
There was, who was it who had the model that led out the whole thing, and she just was absolutely horrible.
I don't know.
So that his second look was actually the first good look. I want to say it was Gini, or...
I have no idea.
But I did prefer Keeney's looks. I wouldn't have chosen Sean.
I preferred Amanda's.
I also preferred Amanda's. I wouldn't have chosen Sean.
But here's the thing.
We all kind of agree not.
Sharkita was the bottom of the four. But that's not saying that her design and her looks were bad.
Right.
It's just that the other three were equally good.
And just had that touch more polish. Sharkita's was more like ready to wear, or ready, you go to a store, you'll see people wear this on the street. The other three had this extra level of, you could see this on a red carpet.
Yeah.
Okay, and not that there's not design in what you see in stores, it's just that Sharkita had a different collection than the other three. The other three had a higher design.
But it was sense. But at the same time, it was like you had Keeney, Amanda, and Sean, who, we all had our favorites. Mm-hmm. We didn't care if that one of those three won.
Not really, yeah.
Because they were all just basically parallel to each other.
Right. Although I was disappointed that it wasn't Amanda or Keeney. Sean was not the one I would have chosen out of those top three.
Yeah.
I would have chosen Keeney or Amanda over him. I thought Sean was okay. But he did a very nice final collection.
Yes, he
did. And it did build in a really nice way. Yes. I still think, what a bizarre theme, the murder of Caesar.
The assassination of Caesar.
The assassination of Caesar. I think that's just
he got that from Rome when they went to Rome. So.
Yeah.
And I actually thought it was a good idea. He was the only one, and I think that's the reason why he won, because he was the only one who had a story.
It was very editorial.
Yes.
Yeah. But I actually very liked that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm very much looking forward to the reunion.
Tonight.
Oh my god, that's going to be great.
All right. So let's go on with our list, because it is Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's day before Halloween.
Day before Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. As you could tell, we're so impressed and ready. So, top 5 Halloween candies.
It looks like you only got 4.
Exactly. Stop looking at my list.
There's a blank spot.
You nosy bitch.
I just saw there was a blank spot.
You nosy bitch.
You know I see your list because last week I knew who one of your witches were.
Exactly,
because
because you're nosy.
Hey, what did your mother say about being one of your favorite witches?
She didn't even listen to the podcast.
Ah!
She doesn't care.
Well, fine.
She don't listen. My own family doesn't pay attention to me.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Exactly, I'm used to it.
So, top 5 Halloween candies.
Yes, you're number 5.
Oh, okay. My number 5, Tootsie Rolls.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Tootsie Rolls. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And it's weird because the rest of the year you're kind of like, Tootsie Rolls. But at Halloween, you get those Tootsie Rolls and I will eat those Tootsie Rolls.
No, you get those Tootsie Rolls and you warm it up for 10 minutes and then you put it in a kitty litter cake.
Okay.
You ever had a kitty litter cake?
I have not had a kitty litter cake, but they look delicious.
Kitty litter cakes are great. I'll have to make that one of these times.
They look delicious.
They are. Oh, they're so wrong.
But I will eat Tootsie Rolls without having to warm them up and put them in a kitty litter cake.
A kitty litter cake is great.
And then they also
Mr. Kane and I made a kitty litter cake. I know how to make a kitty litter cake.
Okay. Then why aren't we having one?
Because I don't bake.
Oh, okay. And then they also have those Tootsie flavor rolls or whatever that have the vanilla and strawberry and everything. You'll get those sometimes. I like those too. But the Tootsie Roll, that's really the main time I feel like, oh, I'll have a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Mine is Three Musketeers.
Ooh, so close to what's on my list.
Three Musketeers growing up was my absolute favorite candy bar. When I went to go trick-or-treating, I would go back to the house if they were giving out Three Musketeers.
See, there's a whole plotting thing.
No.
And
I didn't have that many people in Morenci to go trick-or-treating to.
Milky Way.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, I told you, really close there. Three Musketeer and Milky Way are almost the same candy bar.
No, scary.
Why is Milky Way scary?
Because my number 4 is Milky Way.
Well, what the hell? Wow. Okay. So, Three Musketeer and Milky Way are almost the same candy bar.
No, they're not. Completely different.
Oh my God, they're so close to this.
Completely different.
One has caramel and one does not.
Exactly, completely different.
Completely different. It's all that delicious nougat goodness. Oh my God, the nougat.
You might as well just say is like Almond Joy and with the other thing, Mounds are the same candy bar.
They pretty much are the same candy bar. Well, actually, there's more difference between them because
one has the other one doesn't.
And one is dark chocolate and one is milk chocolate.
No, they're both milk chocolate.
I believe Mounds is supposed to be dark chocolate.
No, they're milk.
Well, in which case they are the same candy bar. It's just one has almonds, and you can pick those off, and suddenly you got yourself a Mounds. They're the same candy bar. So, okay, my next one is not one you're gonna probably get in your bag, but a caramel apple.
Really?
Okay, you don't even have that spot open.
My next one?
My
next one... Oh, I just drew a blank. Oh, what was one of the ones that I... Oh, the little pixie sticks.
Pixie sticks?
Yeah.
What are you going to against caramel apple?
We'll go on. But pixie sticks, that's like sugar in a little,
It is.
Exactly.
And my next one?
Yes.
Caramel apple. No, I'm kidding. It's candy corn. Although you don't want that in your bag.
Yeah, you do. Because they have candy.
They do, but you only get like 5 or 6 in the thing.
Yeah, but still,
yeah,
you can't put them in the bag.
You can, but you get so few. You just want to buy a bag of caramel of candy corn and just eat the bag.
Yeah, or put them.
Well, not the bag. Don't eat the bag, children.
or put them on your teeth like you're a vampire.
Arr. Or on the underside like you're a troll. Arr.
I never did the underside.
Oh.
I always did the overbite.
You don't like candy corn?
That's my number 2.
Oh, hey, we number 2 together.
Yes.
Ew. Okay, so, my number 1 candy for Halloween.
Yes.
Smarties.
Never heard of it.
They're the little wafer things, the sugar wafers that you get in the wrap and you pull, and then there's all the little. They're like tartan tangies or sweet tarts, kind of, except for they're usually not tart.
Never heard of it.
You've had Smarties. Everyone's had Smarties.
No, never heard of it.
And the beautiful thing about Smarties is that when you go trick-or-treating, whoever is handing out Smarties, they're just going to give you like a handful of them. And you can eat you can color coordinate them, or you can just eat like a whole thing, or you can just eat one and pretend that it's a secret power proton pill.
My number one Halloween candy, caramel apples.
Hey, that was your number one.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Because caramel apples only happen in the fall.
Pretty
for
much,
for the most part.
Yeah, you
Aside
get
from,
apples
unless you
all
have,
year round, but for some reason, only get caramel apples.
Unless you know you are good friends and know a critique person named Lisa.
No, she does those.
Oh, she does.
ones.
Oh, yeah, she does gourmet caramel apples. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Yummy, yummy, and homemade too. The only thing that's not homemade is the apple.
Yeah. Now, and see, the trick is there's people who like the candied apples, and I'm not a big fan of the candied apples.
The candy, I thought about putting the candied apples on my top 5, but to me, I'd rather have a caramel than a candied.
That's how I am.
But if I am going to have a candied, it has to be red.
Okay.
It needs to be the cinnamon candied.
Okay.
So.
Now, is there a candy that, like if you were trick-or-treating, it was like, oh, God, they gave me this?
Anything with nuts in it?
Yeah, okay. For me, it was anything that was black licorice.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, why that? And then there was also those weird little coffee candies.
I didn't mind those.
I didn't mind those, but then I would mind those, and then I wouldn't mind those. It really depended on, like, my mood that year or whatever, because those were such a weird candy. Those and the little root beer barrels.
Oh, love the root beer barrels.
See,
I still go crazy over those root beer barrels, as well as the fact of the butterscotch.
Well, butterscotch, yes. Root beer barrels, they only taste kind of like root beer, so it's a weird.
To me, they taste like root beer.
Yeah, for me, they taste only kind of like root beer.
Yeah, so that's our top 5 candy.
Yes.
Halloween candies. Feel
free to contribute your own, if we forgot any. If there's any of those lovely foreign candy bars that we don't know about, because...
Pocky.
I was thinking Aero bars. I do love Aero bars.
I like
but...
Pocky, yeah, Pocky.
And see, I could see you giving away fun-size Aero bars in England because it's cold enough.
Do they have Halloween in England?
See, I don't know.
I don't think
I assume they kind of have something. I don't think they have it as...
Halloween is basically a North American thing.
I don't think they have it as organized begging like we do.
Yeah, I think it's... You know,
but I mean, we got jack-o'-lanterns from the Irish. They have some sort of holiday there.
Yeah.
That's Halloween. I just don't think that...
Eve.
I just don't think they do the organized begging.
I don't know. And then Mexico has the Day of the Dead.
Yeah. Do Mexicans do the organized begging?
Yeah, please. They're Mexicans.
Well, okay.
Hello.
So if there's ones that we forgot that are actually your favorite Halloween candies, please let us know. And so, yeah.
That's our episode, so thank you for watching and listening.
Don't forget about Joshua Tree Feeding Program. They're a non-profit organization that helps people with AIDS and HIV get food. They also have a sister program that helps people feed their pets, so you don't have to choose between feeding yourself and feeding your pet. Website is www.jtfp.org or www.jtpap.org. Volunteer organizations, hit them up. They like help.
Good night, goodbye, good morning.
Toodles.
Terror takes the sound before you make it. You start to
It's horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed. 'Cause this is thriller night. No one's gonna sit This is thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer tonight. Night creatures call and the dead start to walk in the masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your life. They're out to get you. The demons closing in on every side. Yeah, they will possess you unless you change the number on your dial. Now is the time, is the time, is the time for you and I to cut across together.
I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. And whoever shall be found without a soul for getting down
Must stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell.
The fellow sent us in here, the folk of 40,000 years ago. Never to my goes to the sea. Never know you're about to say, let me about to say, I'm a motor, come and say, evil, evil is a thriller. Thriller night. I can tell you more than any goal would ever dare try. I can tell you more cause it says Thriller night. So let me hold you tight and share a killer thriller. Ooh, thriller night.
And that was Anthony Vincent of 10-secondSongs doing, Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, in the style of 20 different artists, starting out with Michael Jackson, of course. Feel free to, if you are just listening to this, feel free to try to figure out which one's which. If you're watching it, well then, you know, because it says right at the bottom of the video. So, anyway, I thank you all. That's the bird contributing his 2 cents worth. I thank you all. We look forward to your comments. And please go out and have yourself a fun day. Catch you all later. Bye.